Hello, it's William from Inno3D here. Today we'll be doing a review on the Abyssey CR10. Thanks to Rystar for sending us it and 3dpc.tech for setting us up with this machine. We're doing the review for them both and we'd like to share our thoughts. We are doing a new method on how we're producing this video. So if you like it, don't like it, want to comment on things for us to change, want to comment on things that you like about the video, please comment below. And also, subscribe, like, and share. It's how we grow. So, just a little brief on what we're going to be doing. Of course, we'll be talking about parts of the machine, doing a walk around, and speaking about it. We'll be showing you our prints, what filaments we've used. We'll be showing you our prints that we've finished with different techniques. And please wait till the end to see our full thoughts of this machine. Now, please enjoy.
Listen!
I love 3D printing, and you know I do now. Glass bed with adjustment nuts that is really easy to get into to help adjust your bed. Most printers don't really come with bed brackets to help keep your wires straight. This one does. The Y stepper must be calibrated to the right voltage because the stepper motor didn't overheat at all. There was no layer shifts whatsoever. Comes standard with hotbed, cable bracket and braided cables. The Z-axis comes with a single lead screw. It's perfectly straight, no bends in it whatsoever, works perfectly. This extruder just kept pulling and pulling the filament. Didn't need to do any calibrations on the extruder at all. Bowden setup with nice braided cables for all the wiring. The hot end assembly is all enclosed in a nice compartment. Layer cooling fan is standard with a hot end cooling fan, which we will speak about soon. We did have a problem with this one. Nice red anodized finish on the hot end. Great cable management. 0.4mm nozzle is standard with Kapton tape to help insulate the heat. You can adjust the X-axis belt a small amount. The colour scheme is great, blue and black, strong belt, and really happy with it. Comes with a lot of your standard printers you usually see on this type of printer. Bed temperature, fan speed, pause print, which we'll speak about in a minute, motion, restore failsafe, all the basic stuff, stop print, and you can tune your printer on here as well. Here we pause the printer, moves over to a home position but not on the Z, and parks the printer. Then we resume the print and now it starts printing flawlessly. We love this feature. Every printer should have. Power supply with just the right amount of power you need with switchable voltage, a MOSFET to help regulate the power usage, a Melzi control board, which we'll speak about more later, LCD screen with SD card and USB adapter for offline printing, a cooling fan to help cool the control board, great cable management is standard, and here's the MOSFET again, which helps the printer a lot. Prints stick to the bed all the way through. Thank you, the first layer, for helping us set up our S3D profile, which we will put up for download soon. Benefits of having a glass bed is, once it cools down, it doesn't take much effort to help remove your print. Yes, I know we've used supports, but we're just using this as a test piece to show this demonstration. Celtic Skull printed with CCC green PLA filament. As you can see, there's hardly any problems with the model, hardly any support used. The Ivacy CR10 printed this model really good, came out glossy, can hardly see any of the layer lines, would recommend printing this model again. Here is the U3D Print Shop Deadpool bust, printed using CCG green PLA filament. The model came out smooth, hardly needed any supports, glossy print. We love this print, it's amazing. The Deadpool head, as you can see, hardly needs any primer. It comes in many parts to help with less support. Really recommend this print for anyone. Yes, I know there is a noticeable layer line here on this print. That was just because we paused the print and it continued perfectly. As you can see in the picture, glossy, smooth, brilliant print. Really happy with this one. Here's a skull mask we printed using CCG PLA. Came out smooth, hardly needed any support. In this printer, we can't find any problems with how it prints. Always great, always happy.
Now we'll speak about the problem we had with the hot end. The hot end cooling fan is supposed to be on all the time to help keep the hot end cold and to help stop heat creep. But we found out as soon as we started it up, the cooling fan for the hot end was not working. We tried a few different methods in figuring out what was wrong. We first had a look at the cables in the back of the control box to see if there was anything wrong there. Couldn't find nothing. We looked at the cables inside the control box to see if there was anything wrong there, like say a wire cut, anything like that. Nothing wrong there again. So the last thing we done was we opened up the hot end and looked over it, and we finally found out that the positive was connected to the negative and the negative was connected to the positive. So basically there was no power getting to it. So all we had to do was desolder the contacts on the hot end cooling fan and switch them over. And then it worked perfectly. Now we'll be speaking about the Abu CCR10 control box. This is a Melzi controller, and we found out for us to flush the control box with new firmware, we had to bootload it. Now bootloading can be a bit annoying for someone that doesn't know how to bootload. We've never done bootloading before, and it wouldn't be good for someone that's new at 3D printing that eventually wants to flash their control board with new firmware. So what we had to do was bootload it with Arduino IDE software and this Arduino board. Basically, I'll run through a little description, but you can see it in one of our articles provided by one of our authors. This is basically what we had to do. We had to wire up some of the points. I can't remember exactly which points it was, but you have to wire up some of the points on here to some of the points on the control board. But like I says, the article will guide you through it. But to be honest with you, after these two problems we had with the control board and the cooling fan, the hot end cooling fan, I can honestly say that this is a great machine. We had no issues whatsoever with the prints. Just everything kept printing, sticking to the build plate properly. And again, thanks to Richard from the First Layer for helping us set up our S3D profile for this printer. That helped a lot as well. Now we'll be speaking about the models we've used and the filament brands we've used also. In the video description, the links to where you can get the filament and the models will all be there. But let's have a little speak. This one here is printed with CCG glitter. It comes out in a nice glitter and it's smooth. All of our models came out smooth in this machine. We have here a lot of Sunlu. The black is in Sunlu PLA. The blue is in CCG PETG, and the white is in this totally new filament that's just come out about a couple of weeks ago, called, their brand is Iron. And this filament you'll love. It's the white one here. This filament we're over the moon with. As soon as we opened it up, we seen the spool, all of the filament was nice and tight, not over looping or nothing. It was just spooled perfectly. And now we'll say a little thing about our blog website. You should visit our blog website links will be in the description for that as well. There's a lot of handy information there that could help you. And also visit our authors' YouTube videos to help give them a like, and please subscribe to them as well. It's the way everyone grows. So just like to finish this off saying thank you for listening and enjoy 3D printing. Bye.